All right, folks, buckle up because this one gets strange fast. We're stepping into a courtroom where the judge is trying to establish the simplest thing possible, who the defendant actually is. But within seconds, the conversation takes a turn into legal confusion, strange claims about estates, and arguments that will make seasoned lawyers raise an eyebrow. Watch closely, because this opening moment sets the tone for everything that follows.
Good morning. Are you Janetta Pugh?
I'm the beneficiary of the estate.
You're the what?
I'm the beneficiary of the estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand.
Beneficiary of the estate.
Okay. What's the announcement?
Now pause right there. This is a massive red flag in any courtroom. When a family claims they hired an attorney, but the court has zero record of that lawyer, things get messy quickly. In criminal law, the court must know exactly who represents the defendant. No filing, no contact, no appearance. From the judge's perspective, that lawyer might as well not exist.
It's my understanding that Ms. Pugh and her family has retained an attorney on this matter. I don't know if you remember, this is when I was originally appointed on, and we were on the trial docket. She hired a new attorney at that point. Mr. Norwood was on the case for a while and then withdrew. And once recently, when the case came back to me, I visited with her and I was told that they did retain another attorney. I was given the name of Christopher Wiley this morning, but I have not heard from him. And my understanding is that at this point still hasn't filed anything with the court.
Okay.
But I've been told that that's who's supposed to be taking over the case.
Okay.
For the record, I recognize Ms. Pugh. She's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And
And just like that, we enter legal limbo. The judge is trying to move the case forward, but without a confirmed attorney on record, the system hits a wall. Think of it like showing up to a championship fight only to realize your trainer never arrived. The court can't proceed properly until someone is officially responsible for the defense.
for Wiley, I can't find that person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I've not been contacted by anybody on Ms. Pugh's behalf.
All right. So, Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody. We want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree.
Okay, listen carefully because this is where things take a very familiar turn. What Janetta is saying sounds a lot like arguments used by so-called sovereign citizen movements. The idea that court-appointed attorneys are somehow agents of the state working against the defendant. But legally speaking, that's not how it works. A court-appointed lawyer's duty is to the client, not the prosecution.
With your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest.
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer. So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself, or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you, or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of record?
It is a court of record. So your objection's overruled.
Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment.
And there it is. The judge drops the legal hammer. When Janetta asks for a verified claim against her trust, the judge responds with one word that changes everything: indictment. Translation: this isn't a civil dispute about property or trusts, it's a criminal case. And an indictment from a grand jury is the formal accusation that allows the prosecution to move forward.
And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it, and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel to effective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
No, it's fine.
So here's the thing, Miss Pugh. I appreciate your position, but listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Miss Pugh, don't speak over me.
respectfully, Your Honor, the law-
And this right here is the moment the courtroom temperature spikes. The judge is trying to maintain control, but the constant interruptions push things to the edge. Pro tip for anyone watching: saying respectfully before interrupting a judge doesn't magically make it respectful. At this point, the judge gives one final, very clear option: accept the attorney, represent yourself, or hire someone new.
Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why. Is because you have a lawyer. And your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
I would not agree or comply to the appointed
Go back.
agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
It's to the state.
Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it.